Toastmasters Club. The mission of every Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in such a way the members are empowered to improve their communication skills and their leadership qualities, hence resulting in greater personality growth and self-confidence. Before moving on to the meeting, I would like to brief upon certain set of rules. Number one, kindly keep your mobile phones in silent mode. Number two, since it's an online meeting, make sure that the internet connectivity is in a good condition. And number three, kindly sit in a silent atmosphere in such a way so that you can hear what the speaker is speaking. And without any further delay, I'd like to hand over the control to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Nadira. Over to you, Nadira.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aishwarya. A good evening and a warm welcome to everyone today. So today, as such, being our 724th meeting is a pretty special one. We have a proper meeting where we have three amazing speakers who are going to come up today. And on this regular meeting note, I would like to consider meeting number 724 open. So today we have with us a really special Toastmaster who has been quite, let's say, absent for a while, but he is one Toastmaster to gear up back in action and hit us with taking on the TMOD after a small break. So without further ado, let's welcome Toastmaster Ranju.
Thank you for that very heartwarming introduction, President. So as you all know, today's meeting, our theme of today is new habits that we had developed in our lockdown period. So as you all can relate, this topic means I cannot just speak from my end and communicate this. This has to be an interactive meeting, right? So I would just like to set one ground rule in the beginning. Whenever somebody wants to interact, you can just go to your screen. There's at the lower right, there is an option called raise hand. Can anyone see it? Yeah. So there is an option called raise hand. So if you want to speak up or you want to give your ideas, then you can just click raise hand and the host will unmute you at that point. Okay. Sorry, am I clear or not? I just, yeah, okay. So, so I would just like to begin with the theme. So this theme, why I've selected this theme is that during the lockdown period, it has been a lot of time for us to think. Okay. So I live in a 4 BHK flat with bachelors over here. And this lockdown has been quite tough on me. If I have to be honest, like I've never been so alone. Like our maid has left me and our cook has left us. So it has been quite tough with all the activities. We have to do work from home and the cooking, the cleaning of the flat, everything. So, I mean, we cannot risk our life, right? Our safety is more important. So if we told the maid and cook, it's okay. And for initial 2-3 days, we had the difficulty to take through and how to go about a normal life. But after 2-3 days, we decided there's no option but to just start doing it. And then we started to we divided the cooking and the cleaning part and all the activities in the house, and we started working in a manner which could go forward. And I'm alive now thanks to all this. And 1 month is over in lockdown. So there are various different things that I tried in this 1 month period, and I really would like to know your all feedback and your all various things that you have done in your lockdown period. So, I mean, if you would like to share anything, you can just, come out and say, okay, these are the things that I started, like 1 or 2 people, if you would like. Yeah, you can just raise your hands if you would like to say anything about the theme, so that we just set a context to the meeting. Okay, Abraham sir has raised the hand. The host, can you please unmute? Yeah, host, yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, sir. Yeah.
Hi. Oh, this is a wonderful time. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. We can-
See, one thing I noticed, this is the first time I really appreciated the value of some. We ignore so many people like the corporation person and the person who is coming with the newspaper and the milk and such things. I really appreciate them for their service. First time I thought this is a real service because they are the ones doing menial work, but it's a very great value for all of us.
So anybody, yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Neeraj, yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Neeraj, you can go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So, what I started doing is that I started reading a lot of books. Are you able to hear?
Yeah, yeah. We can hear you.
Yeah, I started writing a blog. Then the worst part was I had to clean a lot of vessels. That was the only worst part. Then, being an introvert, I never found lockdown as a problem. But
Okay.
my dad was an extrovert, so one day he just had to go out no matter what. He went over to the road. There were a couple of people there. There were two policemen coming by, and they started swearing at him, and he had to go back home.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's it from me. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for your. Yeah. So there are two more people who has raised the hands. Yeah. So I mean, we will get the feedback from them maybe after the introduction of this G, so that we can just face it out for the meeting and take the theme really forward. So we'll come to Archishma after the tag team introduction. Yeah. So one thing that how Neeraj had shared is the cleaning vessels was the worst part in his lockdown period. See, like I really relate with you, but I don't think it's a very worst part. Our mothers and the cooks or anybody who has been in our life for till now has been doing this for us, and like I don't know about others, but I have always taken it for granted. And when such a situation arose, I mean, I could really do it and understand the feeling. So when you really do it, only you relate to it, and then you give value to them or more value to them in the future. So that is some things that I felt. Okay, yeah. So now I think it's time that we move on to the general evaluator for the tag team introduction. So yeah. Sorry, Nadira, you had to.
Yeah, she has unmuted me. Hello.
Yeah, so I'll just introduce our general evaluator. She's a fashion designer, and one new habit and hobby that she had developed in this lockdown period is she started drawing a lot of dresses. I hope she'll get rich as soon as people get money in their hands. So over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranju, for that lovely introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. This is Aishwarya, and I'll be your general evaluator for today's session. Me being as a general evaluator, my role is to ensure that the meeting goes in a smooth way without any abruptions. And for doing this task, it's not like a one-man army. So I have two set of teams who will be helping me in doing this task. The first task, as Toastmaster Anju has mentioned, it's a tag team. So it's nothing but timer, R counter, and a grammarian. The timer for today, he is a very calm person, and also he is most kind of a jovial sort of person whom I've seen in the Toastmasters. Like whatever jokes he cracks, I laugh at him. He's none other than, and also he is our immediate past president, Toastmaster John Sherlin. Over to you, John Sherlin. Can you please state your objectives?
Good evening, Toastmasters and kids. As a timer, I will be responsible to keep the track of your timings and indicate you to finish your speeches on time. At minimum time, I will display the green signal. So you will be getting a pop-up like this. So So similarly, you will be getting an indication of yellow light at your intermediate time, and at the maximum time, you will be getting the red color indication. And I will be submitting the detailed report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, general evaluator. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster John. Moving on to our counter, he is a CA aspirant and also he's a more sort of engaging member of the Toastmasters Club. And whatever role he takes, be it the GE role or the tag role, the report which he brings at the end, it'll be in a more in a creative way. So it's none other than Toastmaster Abhilash. Toastmaster Abhilash, over to you. Abhilash, can you please unmute yourself?
Done. So thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for that wonderful introduction. Hi everyone, I'll be your ARC counter for today's meeting. And today, as the ARC counter, what is my job? I will be looking out for any filler words such as and repetitive words like and, like, so, etc. that you will use in your speech. These words tend to lower the effectiveness of your speech, and they tend to take out the attention of the audience. So I'll be watching out for these, and I'll be submitting my report at the end when called upon by the general evaluator. Looking forward to an awesome meeting and not an awful meeting. Over to you, general evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash, for your creative way of briefing your role. Moving on to a grammarian, she is also a CA aspirant, and she is also a genuine soul whom I've seen here in the Toastmasters since the day I have joined here. And she is Toastmaster Bhuvaneshwari. Toastmaster Bhuvaneshwari, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, the general evaluator. As a grammarian, I have two responsibilities. One is to introduce to the word of the day, and the other is to take care of all the grammatical usages that you use, whether it's good or bad. I'm going to report at the end of the meeting. So moving on to the word of the day. Once Toastmaster Ranju put on the theme of the day, I was just thinking, what are the habits that we have developed during this period? But the word quarantine stuck me. So the word of the day is going to be quarantine. So the meaning is a state, period, or a place of isolation in which people or animal that have arrived from elsewhere or been exposed to an infectious or contagious disease are placed. The usage is the whole world is in quarantine due to this COVID-19. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhuvaneshwari, and thank you for the tag team. You have detailedly explained your roles accordingly. And also I have another team whom I'll be introducing you in the later part of the meeting. And with this note, I would like to hand over the control to a TMOD, Toastmaster Anju. Over to you, Toastmaster Anju.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful session, General Evaluator Aishwarya. Like going back to the theme, there was two people who wanted to share their views on the theme, Bhargav and Archishma. Yeah. Bhargav, can we start with you?
Yes, sir. Actually, in this lockdown period, I got used to writing a lot because in my idle time, I started to write a lot because I'm not sure you have heard of it, like morning pages, they say. Like whatever comes to your mind, we just spit out all the information, what we get in our mind, so that any kind of stress or things will get eliminated from our mind. It's a kind of philosophical as well as some scientific mission. So I just wanted to experiment with it in this lockdown period. Then
very interesting. Yeah, thank you.
And I started to read a lot.
Oh, okay, nice. Really glad to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll come to the next in a while. Yeah, so if we go to the next session, let's just introduce Toastmaster Jimmy just to greet the people who has been here. Toastmaster Jimmy is working in Biocon Limited, and when I asked him, do you have like a new habit or hobby that he has developed? So the reply that he has given me is that all the habits are same except for frequent sanitization, hand sanitization that he's doing. Very interesting answer. Toastmaster Jimmy, on to you.
Hi, thank you for the introduction, Toastmaster Ranju. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So it has been more than 5 weeks of quarantine. So I'm sure slowly we are getting used to the changing situations. So I'm sure this lockdown has prompted you to do a lot of different things. Probably in your styling, see what I have done for myself. Probably in cooking, try your hand in cooking, or be it picking up a new hobby, all for good. I'm also seeing a few other things which are like we have a cleaner air to breathe, we have cleaner water bodies now. We saw a lot of migratory birds coming back from afar after a long time. People are having a lot of family time. People are having good food, and there is an increased sense of boosting one's own immunity. Hand sanitizing is one of that. And I'm only empathetic with the other microbes which have been doing their livelihood. You know, all of a sudden everybody is suffering because of this coronavirus. And the point to ponder is when people resort to buying what they actually require, the economy is falling. So with that thought to ponder, I welcome you all to this 724th meeting of CTM. Thank you, and over to you, TMOD.
Jimmy, for that wonderful, you are told about your wonderful haircut that you have done over there. So, I mean, for us, it's either go bald or do nothing with your hair. I think that is the option we have for this lockdown. Yeah. So.
The moment you start balding, do this.
Yeah, right. So, can we go to Archishma? She had a view regarding the theme. Sorry, Archishma, are you there?
Yeah.
We can't hear you. Yeah. Yes.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving us such a very wonderful opportunity to share this quarantine theme. It's very, very important and crucial this time. This quarantine days made everyone to realize how the world is pollution free now. Even Tamil Nadu is getting a good rank in this quarantine. It is very much unbelievable. And beyond that, all the family members are able to spare their time with their families. That is the very most important thing who expect everyone in this running environment. But really, it's an awesome and a memorable moment which I missed in my childhood. I feel that it is getting back to me. The only thing is, I miss my sister as she got recently married and settled in Bangalore. Beyond that, I'm getting much love and affection from my parents, my other family members, and able to talk and chat with all our family members and friends through video conferencing, etc. Really, I get all my childhood memories are getting back. And
yeah,
thank you for giving such a wonderful opportunity to share with you all. And thanks to Toastmasters.
Thank you for sharing your interesting ideas. So let's now it's time to introduce the quote master for the day. It's Toastmaster Bharat. So Toastmaster Bharat is a product designer at OPEX Analytics, and when I asked him about a new habit or hobby that he has developed, so he said he's trying yoga with his at every day morning at 6 a.m. I don't know how he does it, because most of us find it difficult to really get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I mean, maybe he can throw like. So let me introduce Toastmaster Bharat.
Can you guys see my screen? Hello? Can you guys see my screen?
Hello? Yeah, Toastmaster Bharat?
Yeah, can you guys see my screen actually?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. The quote is from an ancient Chinese philosopher named Lao Tzu. This quote is inspiring. This quote is motivating. But I want to take a step back from this and ask this question. Is it really that easy to develop a habit? I would say no, at least for me. When I was trying to put a daily routine of exercising into my life to improve my fitness, I was not able to do it. There was a lot of pain involved in it, right? So that's when I found this book called as Tiny Habits. Okay, what's a tiny habit, right? Integrating a tiny uncomfortable behavior with your daily routine will help you eventually create a habit. Example, in the start of this quarantine lockdown, I wrote this in my diary saying, do the plank exercise every day before I brush my teeth. Do the plank exercise before I brush my teeth. Okay, what do I mean by that? Brushing my teeth is my daily routine. But whereas doing a plank exercise is uncomfortable behavior and it will cause me pain every day if I do that, right? So I decided to do the plank exercise and only brush my teeth. So that's how I started building my habit. And that's how I started getting at 6 a.m. Like my wife motivating me, and that's how it happened actually. Yeah. So with that, I'll end with saying the easier a habit is to do, the more likely the behavior will become a habit. This is quoted by the author of the book. With that, my friends, this again, quarantine time is a very good opportunity to create a new habit. I hope everyone does that actually. Thank you. Over to you, Timuri.
Sir, Bharat. So yeah, as Bharat had rightly pointed out, all habits come from a cue, and the habit has three things: cue, routine, and a reward. So Bharat's cue over there is doing a plank exercise before he does his brushing. So they very wonderful way to put it. So next, let's go to our idiom master of the day, a very energetic Toastmaster Abhirami. She's working with a bank, and when I asked her a new habit or hobby that she has developed, she has replied, singing karaoke with her friends and trying new haircut styles on her brother's head. Yeah. Toastmaster Abhirami, on to you.
Thank you, Ranju. Thank you, Toastmaster Ranju, for the introduction. I'm sorry to hear that your maid has left you. I know we are all going through the same pain at this point. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. One of the most common questions that come up in any conversation would be, how do you feel? And the standard template answer for that would be, I'm good. Irrespective of whether you're really feeling good or not, it would be, I'm good. So in case you want to be a little more open and descriptive about how you really feel, I'm here to help you with that. You can express it through an idiom. So to make it interesting, we will just build some scenarios and throw idioms into them. So it starts now like this. So I wake up in the morning, I pick the newspaper and read the headlines, and the headlines read COVID vaccine developed. And I'm very happy, I'm delighted. It's time to leave the cage and go out. It's like I'm on cloud 9. And then I open my eyes and I realize it's a dream and I'm still stuck in lockdown and I'll have to go back and work from home. I know people who are all working from home would be able to relate with me. You'll be trying to log in and your boss might call up or someone might call up trying to check whether you're really logged in or not. And my boss calls me like 10 times and to check whether I have logged in or not, and I'm just getting frustrated and I'm totally fed up with this. And as the frustration builds and there's a lot of anger and I'm really angry with my boss. I'm bent out of shape with his behavior. And this goes on and we have a meeting, and in the meeting my boss decides how to better utilize the capacities during COVID. And halfway through the meeting I go blank and I'm completely spaced out. And it's time now that I take a break and I want a sick leave. And I'm thinking of my old ways of writing. I'm having fever, I'm on a sick leave, and I realize it's COVID time. And if I do that, I'll end up getting quarantined. It's better I don't write I'm having fever or something. It's better I put it like I'm feeling a bit under the weather. And that's how I put it. And finally, it's weekend. It's time to relax. It's time to chill out. And with this last idiom, chilling out, I finish it here. Over to you, Tia Modi. You're on mute, Tia Modi.
Somebody has muted me. Yeah. So very wonderful way to represent the idioms. So we have had the tag team introduction in the beginning. So this tag team introduction is basically to facilitate the prepared speeches that will be coming up. The timer, our counter, and grammarian. Okay. So we'll go on to our prepared speeches session. So before going on to this session, I would just like to give a brief of the meeting structure to the guests who have joined this meeting. So our meeting structure will go like this. There will be a set of prepared speeches. We have 3 speakers today, and then we will go to this table topic session, and then there will be an evaluation session. So this will be the structure. Now let me call upon the first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Kirtika Gopi. So she is currently a final year student, literature student. And a new hobby that she has started is she started reading a lot during this lockdown period. So her evaluator would be Toastmaster Kartika. So Toastmaster Kartika, if you can read out the objectives of her speech.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Kritika Gopi, she is doing her presentation mastery pathways, level 1, project 3. So the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any particular topic. All the best. Timer, please note the time. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Kirtika will be presenting on the project research and presentation. The topic is the heist. Toastmaster Kirtika, the heist. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. So, what is a heist? You can unmute yourself and put in information. Because a lot of people would have watched the Money Heist, the Netflix web series, so you could explain me what is a heist. I hope a lot of people watch.
Yeah, a heist is somewhere we rob a bank or something.
Yeah. Exactly. To tell it more systematically, a heist is a combination of burglary and robbery. Burglary is when you enter a building illegally to commit a crime, most likely to steal. And robbery is when you take someone's property under a force of threat. When this both combines and takes place only in a bank or a museum, it is called a heist. According to the FBI of United States, they have been reported to 5,000 bank robberies each year. Although the number is quite large, 98% of the bank robbers are caught by the FBI, which leads to only a handful of successful heists in the whole world history. So you may now think that FBI is the most intellectual person when compared to the both, because they have caught the 98% of the robbers, Before you decide that, I'd like to narrate 2 real instances, say for example, one from Brazil and one from Boston. Now, flying to Brazil, the Central Bank burglary. This had taken place in 2005, that is some 15 years back. A group of robbers rented a commercial property in the heart of the city, which is a reliable distance to the Central Bank of Brazil, the commercial property and the Central Bank of Brazil. So 3 months before the heist, they managed to dig a tunnel beneath the commercial property for 78 meters and 2 city blocks distance, which take them to the exact point beneath the Central Bank of Brazil. So on the final week, they managed to cut through 3.5 feet of steel reinforced concrete to enter the bank vault. Once they entered the bank vault, they removed 5 containers worth of $160 million and made away with the cash. Once they're out, they blew the tunnel too. So the most amazing part here is the tunnel was lined with plastic and wood and also had its own lighting and air circulating systems, which means it is one of the finest tunnel which had been built in a very short time period. Out of 25 people in the robbery team, out of 25, 8 has been arrested, requiring only $20 million out of $160 million. So this had been a great inspiration to a lot of Bollywood movies, Hollywood movies, and also Netflix web series. And particularly the Netflix Money Heist series was inspired from this incident. And you can also see Bollywood Doom movies starring Hrithik Roshan is also, inspired from a lot of incidents like this. So now moving to the second incident from Boston, Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist. Isabella Stewart Gardner is a person from 19th century who is a great patron of arts, who had a huge art collection which led to the foundation of this museum. So unlike the 25 people in the previous case, we have only 2 people in this case. You may wonder how much a pair of thieves could have been bagged. So you'll be you'll be amazed even if I say it's $500 million. They just stolen 13 works of art, and which is more than valued for $500 million. This is even more cooler when you hear the plan how they stole the art. So initially, they made the fire alarm in the museum to go off without any fire in the museum, which leads to the confusion among the guards. Later, they entered the museum disguised as the police officers who respond to the disturbance in the museum, that is the fire alarm which goes off without any fire. Later, once they entered the museum, they tied up all the guards, smashed the motion detector's camera, and looted the museum for the next hour. The heist lasted for only 81 minutes, right from the fire alarm till they exited with the stolen artworks. The museum has announced $10 million as a reward for anyone who gives any information which leads directly to the recovery of the stolen artworks. Despite the hard efforts taken by the FBI in collaboration with the museum, no arrests have been made and none of the art has been replaced. This remains as the biggest unsolved art theft in the world history. This heist details and the reward details are even now found in the official website of the museum, hoping for any kind of lead in this case, So empty frames also have been hanged in the walls of the museum for past 20 years as a symbol of hope that the stolen artworks will be recovered. So now decide who is the most intellectual person. Is that the FBI who caught the 98% of the dumb criminals, or is that the robbers who managed to survive without getting caught to the FBI for more than decades? So there you go. History has taught us, how much ever the technology has developed, there is always a sneaky mouse willing to steal the cheese. And you may also wonder, if they are the most intellectual person in the world, then why do they have to steal? They could have been a most famous person in their own field, or they could have also been a millionaire, in a right way. So why do they steal? Any guesses or any ideas? It's mostly because of passion. Their never-ending passion for stealing, never-ending craving for the popularity by stealing something so precious from a great bank or something like that. So they are even ready to bet their own life for a passion which is not even in the right way. So if they can do, why can't we do for something passion? We Toastmasters don't have a passion in a wrong way. So why don't we have at least give a quality time for our passion? I asked everyone in the meeting and to myself, why? Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. Very, very interesting topic you had presented over there. I feel that if this lockdown continues, I may have to contact you to plan a haste, because our employees will cut down our salary, and you have done a very fantastic job. So going to the speech, like the second speaker for the day, it is Toastmaster Gautam. He's a design engineer, and his evaluator would be Jagdish. Okay. So since it is the same research and presentation area, the evaluation objective would be the same as Karthika has read out. So we won't be repeating that. So I would hand it over to Toastmaster Gautam. The topic is the shocking truth. Toastmaster Gautam. Yeah, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ranju, for that wonderful opportunity, wonderful introduction. And I didn't know what to do, and I'm saying it for the first time. And I had no idea what I'm going to do. I was blank and I was very tensed. And suddenly, I got a notification in my mobile. And then only I realized that I want to call an ambulance. And then I called an ambulance and it came within 5 minutes of time, since it was morning. So good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Last October, I went to Delhi on a business trip. And everyone know that it was the time that Delhi was making headlines. I have a routine of going for a walk every morning. So on that day, I went to a park, which was present nearer to my hotel in which I was staying. There was not much of a crowd, and there were people here and there. And there was a man who was walking in front of me. And suddenly, he fainted, and he fell down on the ground. He was unconscious, and also he was spitting profusely. I didn't know what to do, and then I called an ambulance and I took him to the hospital. The doctor came and examined him. That man seemed to be very healthy, and he was in his mid-20s. And after that incident, I was very disturbed. Why would a man that much young would get a disease like that? And I started my research after that. So everyone should be curious to know about what had happened to that man, right? So let me share my screen now. So when I visited Delhi, Delhi was like this, the exorbitant pollution. That's the reason it was making headlines in all the media. We all know that air pollution causes us breathing problems, eye irritation, and at the extreme case, the lung cancer. But all these diseases contributed only to 20% of the deaths caused by air pollution. The remaining 72% was caused by the heart attacks and the heart-related problems. On all these days, whenever we hear the word air pollution, we used to look at this. But instead, and hereafter, we have to look at this. That is the heart and blood circulation system. So let us dig into more evidence which shows that air pollution causes more heart problems. A study was conducted at Boston University, and it showed that odds of getting a heart attack when increased 50% when there was more pollution. We are not talking about the epidemic of heart attacks, the odds of getting a heart attack when there is more pollution out there. And another study was conducted at the city of Beijing on the impact of wearing masks. So people who wore a mask had slightly lower blood pressure when compared to the people who did not wear a mask. And another study was conducted at the Shanghai on the effect of air pollution on our human organs. And that study showed that air pollution caused more damage to the heart when compared to the lungs. So on my visit to Delhi, I bought an N95 mask. As you can see, it was white in color when I bought it. And after that, using it for a day, it became grayish color. So kindly imagine, so what would happen if all those particles enter in our body? Enter in our body. So there are nowadays many people are investing in their health, fitness, and also diet, so that they can lead a disease-free life. But despite all those efforts, if you are exposed to air pollution, the odds of getting a heart attack is increased many-fold. So nowadays we are getting the chance to experience the cleaner air and environment thanks to this COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. And also we are getting used to wearing masks whenever we go out. So it is our responsibility to protect this environment in the same way as it is now. And also we have to wear a mask, not only to protect others, but also from ourselves from the air pollution. So let us stay safe and stay healthy. About to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gautam.
Yeah.
Very, very relevant topic in the current times. And we all got to know how much pollution had impacted us until everything cleared and the air was clear. So, like, there was a lot of instances in which people were saying the Himalayas are visible from their rooms and all. So, I mean, although that's really a hyperbole, it's actually a very true fact that pollution was a very prominent thing which was among us, and we were really we had to take some measures for that. Thank you, Toastmaster. So now, going back to the theme, I just would like to say some areas. Like one small thing which I have started is I always wanted to practice yoga on when I get time. And luckily, I got an opportunity. One of my friend was an expert in yoga, and I got through a video call, I could learn some yoga. And actually, it's a very helpful and useful thing. And a lot of people who I've interacted with today also told me that they are practicing yoga. Very, very nice to hear. So that is one thing. And we go to speaker number 3 for today. It is Toastmaster Satish Babu. So he's currently working at Kotak Mahindra Bank, and a new habit or hobby that he has developed is he has started a lot of reading this self-motivation books. So that is one thing which he has started, and he'll be evaluated by Naren. This project will be on research and presentation, so it would be having the same this objectives as before, which is to research on this topic and present to the audience. The topic for Toastmaster Satish Babu is small changes make big difference. Toastmaster Satish Babu, small changes make big difference. Over to you.
During the lockdown period, most of us are working from our home. So, do we miss a lot of things from outside? Of course, we miss. Of course, we spend a valuable time with our friends and family, but somehow we miss our colleague and so on. So in that moment, we all work from our home. We must realize what's happening in our environment. No car, no bikes are flying on the road. All the public transport are suspended during this lockdown. Most of the company is not functioning. So here we should know what is a good thing was happened due to the lockdown. Previously, India is highly affected by pollution. Now, due to the lockdown, air pollution, noise pollution, light pollution, everything fallen dramatically changed. But still, one pollution not reduced much. That is plastic pollution. I just start think again and again why we cannot avoid a plastic in our daily life. What is the challenge? Then I start research about how the plastic is polluting to our environment, why it cannot be grabbed. Let me share some interesting factor, but before that, I must tell you what is the plastic. Plastic is derived from natural organic material such as cellulose, coal, and natural gas, of course, crude oil. And what is the plastic pollution then? Plastic pollution is accumulation of plastic particle and object. Taken for example, plastic bottle, cover, and bags, etc. It's an air environment. It will affect to the wildlife, also for the human. And it will take a time to decompose minimum 400 to 500 years. And as I said, we cannot destroy it by fire because it will release the toxic gases. So it exists in our air till it gets destroyed. Let me share some threatening factor about the plastic pollution. 8.3 billion metric tons of plastic has been produced on every year since the plastic has been introduced in the world 1950. 8.3 million tons of plastic has been entering to the ocean every single day. India is the third place for using the plastic across the world. 5.6 million tons of plastic has been produced in India each single day. When I share this information, most of us may think that plastic pollution is accumulating to the environment, or polluting to the environment, not to me. I am a safe here. No, my dear friends. Let me share some interesting and shocking news for you. Recent research done by the Columbia University, they said whenever we throw waste plastic to the ocean, after some day it will break down in a small particle due to the sunlight. Then it will convert into microplastic. The fish it's having as a food. The research says when we are having that fish as a food, of course, the microplastic is there in our human body. Is there maybe a chances to create a stomach cancer in future? It's a proven factor. How shocking it is. When I share this information, other side of people will say, no, I'm not having a fish. So I'm free from the plastic pollution. Here is the other shocking information for you, my dear friends. Nowadays, most of the product is made by the plastic only. Here, I just want to highlight the plastic product is vegetable cutter. Most of the home we are using for a cut the vegetable as a vegetable cutter. This plastic, whenever you use for the vegetable cutter, it's help to produce bacteria in the vegetable. It may create a health issue in the future. So when I come across all these factors, so what is the solution? Is this possible to avoid the plastic completely in our day life? Let's think about our daily routine life. The day we start with our toothbrush, it's made by the plastic. We are having lunch, the lunch box, that's made by the plastic. We are having tea and coffee, that cup is made by the plastics. So now I can conclude that to avoid the plastic completely, it's quite difficult. So how do we reduce the plastic pollution? Answer is recycling. So how do we recycle? The recent research done by the IIT Madras for the plastic pollution, they said in India, every day 80% of plastic only for single usage of plastics. That is only polluting to our environment. Out of which 6% are recycled, remaining exist in our air. So can we recycle all the plastic product? No, my dear friends. We cannot recycle all the products. Oh, what is the reason? Before that, we must know what are the major type of plastic we are using in daily routine life. And every day we are using for majorly 7 type of plastics. Yes, how do we identify which type of plastic we are using? Whenever you buy a product in the market, in backside, there will be a symbol, will be triangle, symbol will be there. In symbol, it will be mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Till 7 it will be mentioned. Based on that, the plastic variation will be there. If it is mentioned 2, 4 and 5, yes, we can be recyclable. Other than this type of plastic, we cannot be recyclable. So daily usage of plastic is we cannot recyclable because the plastic type is 1, 3 and 6 and 7. So is this possible to completely avoid the single usage of plastic in our daily life? Of course, my dear friends, is this possible? In our own country, in our own state, small districts called as the Nilagiri districts. In the district, the district administrator took a special initiative to ban that one-time plastic usages in Nilagiri districts. And the locality people also understood the seriousness why we should avoid the plastic in our daily life. Now, I feel very glad to share this information because Nilagiri district is plastic-free district in our country. Oh, I feel proud to share this information, my friends. So, is this possible for our own state people? Why not for everyone? My dear friends, today during this lockdown, we all join our hands together to kill that coronavirus. As a Toastmaster, we all join our hands together to take a special initiative. Yes, to avoid the single usage of plastic from our home. If you change now, our future generation will change. Small changes make a big difference. Over to you, TMOD. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Satish, for that wonderful topic that you had presented. I'm sure that if we can sit at home for 1 month in this lockdown, anything is possible now for us in the coming years. So definitely the plastic, the problem posed by plastics, we can work on it and hope to reduce. So now I'll be going to a voting session for the jig players as well as the speakers right now. So if I request, yeah. So you can see the ballot on the screen. You can just select the particular jig player and the speaker who you found. So 7 more people are left to vote. Can you please do it? Okay. Yeah. Is everybody done? Is there any issue? If any technical issue, if anybody is facing, you can just raise your hand and we'll get to know that. 4 more people are there. Should we wait? Okay, right. So we'll close the votes for now. And if you've had any technical issue, just you can get in touch with any of the XCOM and you can register your vote through WhatsApp. Yeah. So moving forward, like we have spoke about many different habits as we had told. Like there are some people, some of us who had practiced the reading habit, some of us who had practiced writing, very interesting, and we had got to know about different people are practicing yoga. All these habits are there. So I would like to know, as a curiosity, is there anybody who is having a very unique habit that they have tried on this particular? So some of us have even tried cooking. Yeah. Is there anybody who has tried some unique habit during this period? Can you raise your hand? Show of hands. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any show of hands. Yeah, Nagendra sir has raised. Yeah, Nagendra.
Vessel washing.
Sorry, sir.
Vessel washing.
Okay.
The other thing is stay quiet.
Right.
That's one skill that we have learned. I have learned.
Very interesting. Toastmaster Syed.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, today and introducing myself, I'm Syed. My unique way of spending the quarantine is like getting collaborated with different Toastmasters Club and knowing how their meetings proceedings are going on with, and I feel it is kind of unique for me.
Right. Very interesting. Thank you, Toastmaster Syed. Yeah. So moving on, now we will have, so we had a host of like a whole lot of research and presentation, wonderful speeches that we had. And I'm sure that everybody's minds will be full of facts and figures and numbers of all this researches that has been done. So now let's go on to some exciting fun thing, which is the table topic session presented by a very enthusiastic Toastmaster, Toastmaster Nanda. So Toastmasters Nanda, if I had to introduce about him, he is a technical lead in Cisco Systems. And when I asked him about a new habit or hobby that he had developed, so he told he restarted his the yoga that he was doing before, which he could not do because of the time constraints that he had. Yeah. So Toastmaster Nanda, on to you.
Hello, So TMOD, can you hear me, Ranju?
Yes, 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 sir. Please go.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome you all to the exciting table topic contest. But today is going to be different. I'm not going to say any topics. Instead, I'm going to show you images. So from the images, you need to say something or relate it to some incident which happened in your life, or just share something about the image. Are you all ready? So for the benefit of guests, let me just share the rules of PT sessions. So you need to speak for at least 1 minute, after which you will be shown a green card. You can speak to 1 minute 30 seconds, you'll be shown a yellow card. The maximum time limit is 2 minutes, after which you'll be shown a red card, which means you need to stop. So without further ado, let me start the session. Our first table topic speaker is going to be the area level TT champion, our beloved President Toastmaster Nadira. Toastmaster Nadira, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, let me share the screen. Can you see the image, Nadira?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. So my topic today is a very unique topic. Being a dentist myself, I've been given the privilege to talk about Colgate, visible white, shinier within 1 week. To be honest, in 5 years of dentistry and 25 years of watching my parents talk about dentistry as well, I have never heard of such a toothpaste. But to be honest, like how Corona came out of nowhere, I'm sure even toothpastes can arise out of nowhere with completely different features. So one of these unique features is it contains a lot of, I would like to say, sodium bicarbonate. So because of which it has a very good activity towards the calculus and the plaque which is present, hence keeping our teeth shiny white, and also 4 out of 5 dentists would recommend this as usual. And I would be one amongst these 4 out of 5. Fellow Toastmasters, my dear respected guests, please do use Colgate Visible White Toothpaste. You will not regret it. Thank you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Nadira. The next TT speaker is going to be Toastmaster Bhargav Venkat. Toastmaster Bhargav, just say
Yes,
hi
sir.
to everyone.
Hello.
Okay, your topic will come up. Just hold on.
Yeah.
Can you see the image, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, greetings to my dear Toastmasters. Being a novice to Toastmasters, hope you bear with me for a couple of minutes. Oh, Marvel. If I see a Marvel image, all the superheroes and all the cartoonistic characters come to my mind at first. But the main thing is like the Marvel heroes, they portray as if they are such a huge and such a strong people, but in a real life, if we see, they are normal human beings. Each and every person has a separate human life which they want to lead, but due to certain circumstances, a certain change happens to them, and after a period of time, a sudden impact which makes them a superheroes. And this might impact each and every person, and it can also inspire any people. Like if any impact happens to any kind of person, then it might trigger a good emotion, or it can help them to be more clear while taking a decision in their life. And thank you, and over to TM sir.
Thank you, Bhargav Venkat. Our next TT speaker is going to be a veteran Toastmaster, Venu Nilakandan. Venu sir, please say hi to everyone. Hello, Venu sir, are you there? Okay, let's move on. Our next TT speaker is going to be Toastmaster Abraham Jakaria sir. Abraham sir, are you there? Just say hi to everyone. Abraham, sir? You are on mute, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me.
I will show the slide. This is your image, sir. Please go ahead.
Hello. Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Good evening. Well, the question of why is started from school days. Why this, that, all this, why grammar, that was a worst thing, and so on and so forth. And also I used to ask, so it became a big issue. In my house also, people used to ask me, my mother used to ask me, big issue. Anyway, this is part of the life. So I realize data is always inevitable. So don't ask these questions, you accept as it is. Any rational, but you are doing it. Maybe cleaning a tooth.
Looks like we lost Abraham, sir. Hello. Okay, so let us move to the next speaker.
Hello.
Host, please unmute Abraham, sir, so that we can proceed.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Abraham, sir, you want to go ahead?
Hello. Yes, sir.
We lost you, sir. We lost your audio. Host, please mute Abraham, sir. Let's go ahead. So next speaker, PT speaker is Toastmaster Neeraj Anup. Neeraj, say hi to everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Neeraj. So your topic is coming up. This is your image. Please go ahead.
Thank you, TT Master. So, the time when I was doing my undergraduation or even my post-graduation, there are certain set of friends who will stay with you forever, no matter what the reason is. In my undergraduation, I used to be an introvert. I never used to speak to a single person at college. And I always resort to having friends. There was a thing called, when I was in my school days, I found this certain set of people who happened to be my friends, and the same set of people came to me at college where I was doing my undergraduation, which is at Mangalore, St. Aloysius. There were like 20 people. Every time I saw these people with me, I always thought to myself that there is no requirement to make new friends. So I never did make friends with, there were around 90 people in my class and I didn't know even one person. Because when I went back to my hostel, I knew that all those 20 people would be there, so I could just talk to them, and that was it. But later, when it was the last year of my college, I found it very difficult when it came to my projects and everything. I couldn't ask help from anyone because I didn't know anyone. When I went to my post-graduation, the things were different. I didn't know anyone. I wanted to go to a place where I knew none. And that was Coimbatore, because all my friends were at Bangalore. And I went to Coimbatore, made new set of friends, started that was the initial time of public speaking for me. Gave presentations, and that was a time when I knew nothing about presentations. And people just started to stare at me just like that. And I was able to use all these stories as a part of my speech when I joined Toastmasters in Jan 2019. And now I even started writing a blog about it. So thank you, TT Master.
Thank you, Neeraj. Our next TT speaker is Toastmaster Kritika Raju. Kritika Raju, say hi to everyone.
Hello, sir.
Let me share your. Can you see the image?
1 second, sir. Yes, sir, I can see the image.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I think this image signifies a lot about the quarantine period itself. This image shows us exactly how we might feel when we're all alone. Though we're not alone, we're with family, this image sums up some parts of our quarantine. We might feel lonely and lost in some parts of our life. But remember, there's always a new day, a new beginning for everybody. All that we all have to do is just to wait, learn, and go ahead in life. If that girl knows how to swim, she'd probably jump into water if she's all alone where she is. She can swim across the lake or the river to reach to some place where people are. But if she doesn't know swimming, she cannot do that. So one thing I'll urge all of us to do here is to take up a new habit during this quarantine. Try something new, try something worthwhile, for it is the only thing that all of us need to do. Change is inevitable, my friends. Change is the only constant in life, and change for the better. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika Raju. It was a nice talk.
Thank you, sir.
Our next TT speaker is veteran Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, sir. Nagendra, sir, please say hi to everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Can you see the image?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, TT Master. Success. People say success succeeds like anything. But I would say that failure is more important than success. If you fail, then you will come to know your weaknesses. If you are always tasting the success, then you will not be coming to know about your weaknesses. You can improve your strengths only after knowing your weaknesses. There is an analysis called SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We should not take failures as the threats. Actually, they are the opportunities to achieve success. There is a saying that failures are the stepping stones to success. So I don't believe in success. I want to fail, but not always. At least few times. If I fail few times, I will understand where I am lacking. For example, in table topic speech, if I am not getting any best speaker award, I don't care because I am failing. But at the same time, I am learning that I have to improve my table topic speech. I have to practice more. So these are all the learning experience. So I would prefer failure rather than success to improve myself. Over to you, TT Master.
Thank you, Nagendra, sir. Our next TT speaker is Toastmaster Geeta, madam. Geeta, ma'am, please say hi to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Can you see the image? Geeta, we lost you. Can you see the image?
Yeah, I can see the image.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this is a wonderful image which also relates to our quarantine period. It clearly says that after every sunset, there is going to be sunrise. So we are going through a phase, a very difficult phase, where we are engulfed with uncertainty. But then we have our warriors who are fighting for us, working in and day out, so that we remain safe at home and stay calm and composed. So let us trust our warriors, frontline warriors, and the government, and have trust and faith in the Almighty, so that we will be sure that even this phase, we will pass through this phase also without difficulty. There is going to be a beautiful ray of sun which will be shining on us. And when we will all be meeting again on Sundays, so that instead of having this virtual meeting, we will all sit together and enjoy our meeting. I'm sure all of you are waiting for this chance when things will go normal and we all will get into our normal routines. It might take some time, but let us have faith and let us move forward, because after every sunset, there is a sunshine. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. Our next TT speaker is Mithun Kumar Atluri. Hi, Mithun. Please say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So your image, can you see your image?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Whenever we see something or do something, and when we listen that you can't do it or I can't do it, when we assess ourselves, is a time when you need to do it, because it is something outside your comfort zone. And by doing something like that, I learned a lot. And you can learn a lot when you just step out your comfort zone. And it's a great pride to do that and to make others believe they made a big mistake believing that we can't do anything. Over to Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Mithun. Our next TT speaker is Toastmaster Bharat. Bharat, say hi to everyone.
Hello, guys.
Let me share. Can you see the image, Bharat?
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting mixed mixed emotions and understandings out of this image. What I see is like a leader, a manager who's quiet, but who's happily leading a team, but he's kind of like the most important person as part of the team. Like that's why I see that shadow is coming on, right? So when seeing this, I would like to talk about my manager. I would call him as like. I never call him as like boss. I just call him as my Anna, because I'm pretty close to him. So his name is Karthik, actually. Yeah. So he has been part of my life for the last 4 years, and I would just like one thing, right? He has been there like whenever I feel down or like whenever I don't know how to move forward. He would sense it upfront, and he would say, "Hey," he would guide me in a way that where he won't advise at all. He would just point where I'm making a mistake and what I should like focus on it, right? And he would ask me to come up with the solution or to solve the problem, actually. Yeah. So that's a kind of mentor, the bro I got to me, and that has really helped me over the last couple of years for me to grow as a colleague, as a good designer in what I'm doing, actually. So that's what coming in my mind, actually. Yeah. And thanks again, Nanda, for giving me this opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Our next TT speaker is again a veteran Toastmaster Varadarajan sir. Varadarajan sir, say hi to everyone.
Hi, I'm there.
Sure, I'll share my screen. Can you see the image, sir?
Yes, I can. Yes,
Yes,
I can.
please go ahead.
TT Master and Toastmasters, this is a wonderful opportunity to speak online with so many people listening to me and looking at me probably. Now, this picture is a classic picture of a group of fish traveling in one direction, but it actually exemplifies something more than just a school of fish. What, according to me, it signifies is if you are in a particular formation, if you are united and you know the direction in which you are following. So the one person is enough to take a group of people towards a designed goal. Now, whether that it's a fish or it's a boss that the previous slide showed, it basically the importance of the person in the front, the leader, as they say in organizations, who actually sets the path and shows the path for the team. The entire team behind the red fish is the people who are following the leader. Now imagine that there are certain blue fish and there are certain light blue fish. This also signifies that there are certain people in the group who are more qualified or more skilled or more efficient than the rest of them. But the entire group is moving together. So even if one of these fish removes itself or goes off line, it actually will disturb the flow of the path. So it's quite important, and it's quite important in as the picture shows that only when everyone in the team is moving in the right direction at the same time for the same purpose, the goal can be achieved. So in the situation of quarantine, it is very important that we learn from this anagram or this diagram or the picture is that we have to trust the leader and the leader has to trust the employees, or the person who's at the front has to see that everyone is following in the right direction for the right purpose. So this is a very significant image that I got today, and I must thank the Table Topic Master Toastmaster Nanda for having taken me for this particular topic. Over to you, Toastmaster Nanda. Thank you.
Thank you, Varadarajan sir. Our next TT speaker is guest R. Chishma. Sorry, not sure I'm pronouncing it right. Guest R. Chishma, say hi to everyone.
Hello, sir. Sir, sorry for the rectifying you. It's not Archishma, it's Archishma. Like how we pronounce for Archana.
Okay, Archishma.
Sorry for the rectification, sir. Because since my name was unique, many people show this, that pronounce like this. But generally, I tell them how to pronounce correctly. Sorry if you feel bad.
Sure, man. No problem. So can you see the image?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Sir, actually, what this image represents, according to me, is people are moving in different directions, and those people represents their path to go, and some people are in the backward direction. The only thing is they want to achieve their target to reach the path they aimed. So while we undergo any undergo any task or we plan for something, we will come across many difficulties and we will come across many such obstacles to achieve those targets. So this what actually represents is while you move towards your path, you have to overcome all such difficulties. Only then we can achieve the aim or path we had targeted. That will lead to the sure success. Nothing will come to you easily unless and until we work towards it. That's it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Mithun. Mithun, say hi to everyone.
Hi. Am I audible?
Yes. Let me share the image. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
The picture clearly shows social media. It's basically internet. The advantage, this is the current era. So it is showing YouTube, the major source of information right now. See, Earlier, all these violence used to happen and nobody notices it. Now what happened in these due to these media, these social media websites and all, everything gets exposed. So it's one of the biggest advantage now. It has happened. There was a saying that pen was mightier than the sword. Now it is even more mightier. It got, because sitting here, I can connect with someone somewhere else, somewhere at the opposite side of the world. So you get to read all these new languages and all. Earlier, even when you compare with India, now South India and North India, we didn't know about each other. Say, for example, I didn't know a language called Haryanvi exists. And my North Indian colleagues did not know the difference between Tamil, Malayalam and stuff, Telugu and all. Due to these advancement in technology, YouTube and all, everybody gets to learn a lot of stuff, lot of information. If you use it in the right way, you will develop, you will get advanced. If you use it in the bad way, that's the result is there for you to know. Recently also, during this lockdown, police started brutally hitting people. Yeah, you're supposed to hit, but there should be some humanity to it as well. I know, of course, they are doing wrong, but you should have some heart. After people started videotaping it and posting it online, police started asking sorry, and they stopped. Ultimately, now nobody is hitting anyone. So this is the advantage of this social media stuff. So that's over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Mithun. So we have time for one last speaker. Our last speaker is the co-founder of this club, our distinguished and beloved DTM Neena Jain ma'am. Neena Jain ma'am, please say hi to everyone. We can't hear you, ma'am. Please unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you now.
Yes, please.
Let me share your image, ma'am. Yeah. Can you see the image?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Tabletop Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A little girl holding on to a paper plane of the last era, because now children seem to know all about drones and what can be done. So if you interpret it in one sense, it's yes, a child playing with a toy and launching an aeroplane. If you look at it metaphorically, it's also what is happening to us during this lockdown and quarantine period. So many of us are confined to the four walls of the house, but we are using the internet to travel across the world. We are reading, we are blogging, we are finding out about other things. And in many ways, we are giving wings to our imagination. The human mind is one that can never be fettered. You can lock a man up, but you cannot lock up his mind. And that's where the world's best ideas come from. If you think in terms of what can happen during this lockdown, one of the most powerful things that I have seen during this thing is the one of Nelson Mandela, where they said this man was in one room for 26 years and he came out with his mind unscathed. That's what we need to do. Keep our minds trim, unpolluted, keep them wide open for as many different positive influences that we can get, and most importantly, free of all the negativity. In the days of COVID-19, being positive has had a negative connotation, but we need to understand what do we need to keep that is positive and what do we need to reject, which is negative. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Neena Jain ma'am. It was a great speech. Hope you all are exciting TT session. And this is the first TT session where people have actually booked their slot in advance. So I don't have to pick up anyone. People just ping me and say that I want a slot, I want a slot. This is really great. Hope you had a nice time. I'm done. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ranju.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nanda. What a wonderful range of topics and very innovative way to conduct the TT sessions. I mean, I think now we are learning new ways to conduct TT sessions since our meeting happened through online. Moving on to the theme, is there anybody else who would like to say some unique habits that they had developed? Like Nagendra sir had shared, the sitting alone quietly is one thing that he was doing. So anybody, yeah, anybody would like to share, yeah, something.
Oh, I said vessel cleaning. That's what I learned.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Not sitting quietly, sitting along with the vessels.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I learned.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, the most unique habit is, first of all, I would like to tell you, first I shared my views in this quarantine theme. That is the unique habit today I developed. And often for the past 1 week, I'm getting back practicing my music, which I had learned from 3rd standard to 12th standard. After getting busy with my household chores and busy with office works and many other activities, I stopped the music. And thanks to my mom, who always motivates me regarding my career and lifetimes and everything, she stands as a pillar of support to me. So in this quarantine days,
Thank you, Toastmaster.
every day I used to speak. Every day I will pray to God, and as well as I'm additionally practicing my music I have learned. So this is the nice time to get back my talents.
Very
and
good.
I performed in various concerts also. This motivates me to further to achieve in future in music field.
Thank you. Yeah, very good. Thank you for sharing that very wonderful insight. So now moving back to our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Aishwarya. So Toastmaster Aishwarya, can you go ahead and do the evaluations part? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anju, for handing over the control back to me. Now, we had 3 prepared speeches for the day. So, as I said earlier, that I have 2 teams. One is a tag team, whom I've introduced in the initial part, and the second team is the evaluation team. That is, since we have 3 prepared speakers, we'll be having 3 set of evaluations given by 3 people. So, I would like to call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Karthika, and she'll be evaluating Kritika Gopi's speech, The Haste. To say a few words about Toastmaster Karthika, she is working as a trainer in Byju's, which is an online platform for cracking all these NEET and other such competitive exams. And she's also a humorous speaker here in Chennai Toastmasters Club. So over to you, Toastmaster Karthika.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, good evening, everybody. Special good evening to Kritika. You just blew it up. It was a great speech, I could say. You started off with all your confidence as cool as cucumber. I really appreciate your confidence level and your spontaneity. That shows you have practiced a lot at your house. You were very comfortable with the audience. The speech was beautifully crafted. I was very happy with that. When you started off, I was wondering, is there any possibility of researching about robbery? The title was so interesting. Throughout the speech, you were buzzing with excitement. I was expecting what would be the conclusion. I found you're highly comfortable with the story. And next come your vocal variety. Your vocal variety needs to be improved in a pace level because it was quite monotonous. You would have performed little more. And your body language, I want to insist on that. Especially in the Zoom room, it is not possible to stand and give presentation, but you can try it out. When you're doing it for the next time, probably you can get up and do the presentation. That will give you so much of confidence to, carry the speech in a beautiful way. And next thing I found that it would have been little more dramatized. When you were talking about Isabella Stewart Garden Museum haste, they kept it blank with a hope of getting it back to artwork. So it would have been dramatized in a way. It was the most interesting part, still they cannot find it. The comparison between the FBI and the robbers you are making the robbers into another extent. So it would have been dramatized in a different way. And I know you're working on that. And the next point, what is the strength I found it from you, that the speech is so specific and stand out in its own way. You gave a strong point in accepting ourselves in a new way of self-introspecting our passion. Everybody has their own story behind their success. In such a way, robbers also have their own story behind their success. And the success is called passion. Yes, it's a new way of, sharing the passion in a different way. It was, on the whole, I could say it's a well-crafted, beautiful speech, and way to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kartika, for that elaborate evaluation. Before I could call upon the second evaluator, a small announcement. We had the TT sessions earlier. So now I would like to ask everyone to vote for the best TT speaker. A poll window will be popped up in your screen right now. So I hope it's been seen for in everyone's screen. So kindly vote for the best TT speaker. Have you guys voted? I haven't seen any response or something like that.
There is a little problem on my thing. Aishwarya?
Yeah.
It's expecting us to vote on the first page separately and on the second page separately.
Okay.
So
It's not allowing to submit the vote.
Now we can try it because I got the submit option on. So can you try it?
Yeah, let me just try.
Can you send the
page and the second page?
can you send it again?
Can the host, can you please send this again if possible?
There's a small correction. In Zoom, it accommodates only 10 speakers per question. So it has been divided down into 2 questions. You can also omit answering a question. Thank you.
No, if you can list it again, it would be really great, if possible.
Sir, if it is sent again, people who have voted, there are 17 people who have voted. Thing is, we cannot have more than 10 people in one. So that is why it has been altered.
No. What I'm saying is, I was not able to submit.
So then you message the host, sir. That will be.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I think all things are clear, I believe. So shall we move on to the next evaluator? Our second evaluator is Toastmaster Jagadish, and he'll be evaluating Toastmaster Gautam's speech, The Shocking Truth. To say a few words about Toastmaster Jagadish, he's working as a supply chain in a supply chain unit at Vestas, and he's also the coordinator for the speechcraft sessions which we conducted earlier before this quarantine at a software company called DCCAP. So I would like to hand over the control to Toastmaster Jagadish. Over to you, Toastmaster Jagadish.
Good evening, one and all, and special evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Gautam. Toastmaster Gautam, I have 2 commendation and 3 recommendation for your speech to take your speech to the next level. Coming to the commendation, first commendation would be curiosity. So you started off like this. I didn't know what to do. I was blank. And suddenly I got a message to my mobile. So I must say, you have created some curiosity to the audience, and we were all thinking what this guy is going to talk about. That was very well done. And then second commendation would be timely topic. We are all in a situation where each and everyone been asked to wear a mask. The moment you shared the N95 mask, even though it was more of air pollution, we could easily relate to the topic. I mean, the current situation is demanding that everyone should wear a mask. So, I mean, we have it easily related to our current situation. And coming to the recommendation part, I have 3 recommendations. And first one would be relevancy. You spoke about the odds of air pollution. You also shared the facts of Delhi, Beijing, Shanghai. We are all living in Chennai. If you could have shared some facts about Chennai, where we all live, you might have grasped the audience attention more. I believe the impact was very little since we are talking about the other major cities. I request you to concentrate on that. And then second recommendation would be conclusion. Toastmaster Gautam, I felt your conclusion was a bit abrupt. You have concluded by asking everyone to wear the mask. Is it enough? If everyone starts wearing mask, can we avoid the heart problem? No, not at all. Because the pollution will get increased every day due to the increase in vehicles. The alternative option is electric vehicle, but you haven't spoke anything about this, about the electric vehicles. When you are researching any topic, there should be root cause and the countermeasure for it. You have explained the root cause, but since the countermeasure is not strong, the impact is not powerful. Maybe you can work on that. And the third recommendation is script. You can talk for hours with the subject you have chosen. I felt the content was very little, and you ended up your speech in 5 minutes, 10 seconds exactly. Since you have the opportunity to talk more on this topic, you would have explored a little more. Request you to work on your future speeches. To summarize the things, you got a good opening. That was a timely topic. If you could work on the script and the conclusion, for sure, you can take your speech to the next level. All the best for your future speeches. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jagadish, for your evaluation. Moving on to the third evaluator, Toastmaster Nareen. He'll be evaluating Satish Babu's speech. Small change makes a big difference. So to say a few words about Toastmaster Nareen, he's working as a radio jockey at Surin FM. So I hand over the control to Toastmaster Nareen.
Good evening, all. I think you can hear me clearly. I think directly we can go to Satish's evaluation. There is a tremendous development in public speaking with Satish, as far as I've seen. And coming to digital public speaking, it's a different ball game. He played it very well. You robbed it with your power, poise, josh, confidence, and clarity. Your plastic facts was amazing and which was well researched. The best thing is that you preferred and took your speech with so many props like plastic bottles, vegetable cutter, Harpic bottle. So all such stuffs added a cool ambience to your speech. Hopefully your mom would have waited outside your door for all those things with a plastic scale. And now you went into the detailing of plastic, like mentioning the quality rating number, which was so good, and you gave so much of awareness about that plastic, and ended the speech by quoting Nilgiri district for the location reference with 100% success in eradicating the plastic completely. Now the improvement part. The sentence pattern formation need to be structured because there was some kind of grammatical clarifications within your speech which need to be rectified. After every expression, like you bring in some props or you say about something or you express on some other sentences about plastic, you are just holding your hands like this. It is not appropriate. After every situation, you explain about the plastic. So with these recommendations, I think you can bring your speech into a wonderful order. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Over to TM Modi.
Thank you so much, Nareen, for that wonderful evaluation. Now, moving on to the tag team report, I'd like to call upon our timer to read out the timings taken by each speaker for today's meeting.
Good evening once again. I'll read out the timings taken by each of the speakers. The Sergeant at Arms took 1 minute. The Presiding Officer Nadira took 50 seconds. Toastmaster Ranju, the TM Modi, had took close to 20 minutes, and he will be taking some more time in the next transition. General Evaluator Toastmaster Aishwarya had took 6 minutes 30 seconds. Beater Toastmaster Jimmy had took 1 minute 50 seconds. Courtmaster Toastmaster Bharat had took 2 minutes 18 seconds. Idiom Master Toastmaster Abhirami had took 2 minutes 12 seconds. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Kritika had took 6 minutes 30 seconds. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Gautam had took 5 minutes 10 seconds. Speaker 3 Toastmaster Satish Babu had took 7 minutes 20 seconds. Evaluator Toastmaster Kartika had took 2 minutes 36 seconds. Toastmaster Jagadish as his evaluator had took 3 minutes 28 seconds. Evaluator Toastmaster Naren had took 2 minutes 12 seconds. And the TT speakers, the TT Master Toastmaster Nanda, in explaining the objectives, he had took 42 seconds. And the speakers were allotted 2 minutes of time, and each of the speaker had took the respective timings. Toastmaster Nadira had took 1 minute 13 seconds. Toastmaster Bhargav 1 minute 22 seconds. TTM Abraham Zakaria 1 minute 42 seconds. Toastmaster Neeraj 2 minutes 29 seconds. Toastmaster Kritika Raju 1 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati 1 minute 31 seconds. Toastmaster Geeta 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Mithun 45 seconds. Toastmaster Bharat 1 minute 25 seconds. Toastmaster Varadarajan 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Ashishma 1 minute 4 seconds. Toastmaster Mithun 2 minutes 5 seconds. DTM Nina John 1 minute 48 seconds. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster John, for that detailed report of the timings. And now moving on to our counter, Toastmaster Abhilash. So you would have been secretly noting down the ums and ers for today's meeting. So I hand over the control back to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
So, hello everyone. I'm Abhilash. I'm back here to report the ahs, ums, so's, ands, buts, ... which we all unconsciously use during our speech. These tend to distract us a lot. And give me a minute. Yeah, these tend to distract us a lot, and they act as attention deterrers for our audiences. So here I have some good news and some bad news. So first, let us see what comes, the bad news. So I'll be telling what are all the arms, ahs, everything that you all used. So presiding officer, Toastmaster Nadira, 1 ah. Toastmaster of the day had 3+ ahs, ums, so's, and ands, 1 repetition of the word like. The greeter, Toastmaster Jimmy, 3 ahs, 3+ ahs, and 3+ so's. The courtmaster Bharat, 1 so, 1 and. The idiom master, Toastmaster Abhirami, 1 so and 3+ ands. Toastmaster, moving on to the prepared speeches session, Toastmaster Kritika, you had 3+ so's, 2 ands, and 1 repeated word of later. Her evaluator, Toastmaster Kartika, you had 3+ ands, 3 ahs, and 1 The second prepared speaker, Toastmaster Gautam, Toastmaster Gautam, 3+ ands, 3+ so's. Toastmaster Gautam's evaluator Jagdish, Toastmaster Jagdish had 2 ands and 1 ah. The third prepared speaker, Toastmaster Satish Babu, 3+ so's, 2 ands, and his evaluator, Toastmaster Naren, had 1 ah. Moving on to the TT session, the table topic master of the day used 1 okay, and the TT speakers are as under: Toastmaster Nadira, 1 1 okay, 2 buts and 1 so. Toastmaster Bhargav, 2 ahs and 1 and. Toastmaster Abraham had 1 pause. Toastmaster Neeraj, 2 so's, 1 but, 1 ah. Toastmaster Nagendra, 1 so. Toastmaster Geeta, 1 so. Toastmaster Mithun, 2 ands. Toastmaster Bharat, 1 but, so, and an, and 3+ ahs. Toastmaster Varadarajan, you had 2 so's. Guest Achusma, 1 and 1 so. Toastmaster Mithun, 2 buts, one show and hand. The thing is, Toastmaster Kritika Raju and DTM Nina were flawless. A huge round of applause to them. So I just thought it would be fun. I mean, the 725th meeting is coming, and that's, as you all know, a milestone meeting or something. So a potential to raise money. So the good news here is I just counted the I just counted what all if we give 150 rupees per hour so and we get this much. So I'll just quickly run through these figures, and there is a potential for us to raise around, say, 9,250 potential source of funds. Over to you, Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. I knew your report would be in a creative way, as I expected earlier. Kudos to that. Moving on to a grammarian report, Toastmaster Bhuvneshwari. Are you here?
Yes, I'm there.
So please start with your report.
Okay, guys, first, excuse me for sitting in the outdoors due to the so-called the current cut. So here you go with the report. Now I'll just read out the people who have used the word of the day, the quarantine, using the first, Abhirami, Bharat, Jimmy, Kritika Raju, and Geeta and Aishwarya. So just give your round of applause by shaking hands without unmuting yourselves. So moving on to the good usages. Cloud9, spaced out, chilling out, heart of the city, cut through, profusely, frontline warriors, sets the path, brutally, blow it up, tremendous, different ball game. So moving on to the not so good usages. Instead of time was, you're supposed to use time has, and instead of day life, you're supposed to use daily life. So over to you, Aishwarya G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhuvneshwari, for your elaborate report. Now moving on to the general evaluators report. So the meeting started on time, and I really like the way how Toastmaster Nadira has introduced a TMOD, and also a TMOD, you have kickstarted the meeting in a great way. Like you said that you wanted to have the meeting in an interactive session. Kudos to that. And agree to Toastmaster Jimmy. Wonderful thought process, sir, which what you have said has currently related to our current scenario, the quarantine. And Toastmaster Abhirami, our idiom master, you have narrated your story with the use of idioms, which was really well done, and I really liked it. Moving on to the prepared speeches, those three speeches were very good, and I really liked it. Kritika Gopi's speech, yours was like a mysterious speech, like it was like watching a Sherlock Holmes movie or something like that. It was so mysterious. And the Toastmaster Gautam's and Satish's speech, your speech was so good that we really need to know what is happening exactly in today's real life. So kudos to everyone who have worked day and night for your prepared speeches. Moving on to the TT session. Toastmaster Nanda, you have conducted the TT session in an interactive way, and it was fun and engaging for each and all the speakers to do. To give their, the speeches instead of asking a topic, and it's like instead of asking a question and an answer, you just popped up with an image and asked the speaker to speak for the image. So it was very well done, and the evaluation part was really good, and it was crisp and evaluated by all the three evaluators was very good. So now moving on to the pros and the cons of the meeting. The pros is that I'm happy to say that the meeting started on time. So kudos to me, as usual, I have to appreciate myself, no other to go. And the cons is that the agenda is not published. So I think the XCOM has to work on this actually. And I also found few technical glitches in the TT session. So these are the pros and the cons which I found in today's meeting. So overall, the meeting was really great, and I'm extremely happy to be as general evaluator for today's meeting. So without any further delay, let me hand over the control back to our TMOD, Toastmaster Ranju. Over to you, Toastmaster Ranju.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for that wonderful set of evaluations and using the tag team and evaluators. So quickly, can we do the voting for the evaluators first? Yeah, and the tag and the best role players. There are a few more to go. Yeah. Kindly vote if anybody has not done. 3 more are pending. If you are there, please vote. Yeah. So I hope yeah the all has got enough time to vote. So we are now closing the votes. Now moving on, like so I would just like to close the theme. So what I would like to say is that it was a very interesting way to interact with everyone here, so that even I get to learn a lot about what each of you has been pursuing in this lockdown period. And one final thought I would like to leave you all is with in terms of happiness. So like all habits, there's a quote: happiness is a habit, cultivate it. So with this, I would like to hand over the control to presiding officer. Yeah.
Can everyone hear me? Just a thumbs up this time. Okay, awesome. So I hope everyone had a very wonderful session today. I surely did. So moving on to the results for the day. So we have the best tag role player is Toastmaster Abhilash. Our best QIG for the day is Toastmaster Abhirami, the idiom master. The best evaluator is Toastmaster Jagdish. After tallying the TT speakers online as well as offline, the best TT speaker for today is Toastmaster Kritika Raju. The best role player for today is none other than our TM Modi, Toastmaster Ranju. And last but not least, the best speaker for today, Toastmaster Satish Babu. So I can see a few victories here and there. On this victorious note, I declare meeting number 724 adjourned, and we will meet again next week at 4 again on Zoom meeting. I have a small announcement to make again before we disperse. My dear friends, we have a lot going on in this quarantine. We have work from home, we have work out from home, we have so many things which are going on. But at the same time, we need something to keep our minds off the actual stress that we're going through. So for this, we have a simple solution, CTM Minizine. We want you all to just contribute 2 minutes of your time to just see what is inside that edition and to contribute to that edition, because every week we have planned for something new to happen so that we can move forth in a different direction. And also one more announcement is that we are nearing towards April 30th, and we have received so much from this club, and we require for CTM to give back something. So on this note, please do renew if you haven't renewed yet. We have time till April 30th, and we have an extension of about 4 days, I guess. So people, if you renew, CTM is going to be availing the 880 only if you renew. Please do renew. We are very few numbers short of it. Thank you all. I hope you had a great meeting. You can unmute yourselves and let us take a small group photo. So everyone please smile towards the camera. Yes, thank you all. I have managed to get everyone over here. Thank you.
Okay. Nadira, may I ask a question, please?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am.
Okay, you said something about 880. What is this 880 business?
Ma'am, so